The Indian Navy has announced the deployment of warships and maritime patrol aircraft to maintain a deterrent presence out into the Arabian Sea. The move comes after a drone attack on the tanker MV Chem Pluto about 120 miles or 195 kilometers off the Indian coast over the weekend. Washington has blamed Iran for the attack. Interestingly, India and Iran have friendly relations. A day after this attack, a Gabon-flagged commercial oil tanker, MV Sai Baba, on its way to India with 25 crew members, all of them Indians, also came under drone attack in the southern Red Sea, along with another Norwegian-flagged ship. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how India is responding to the maritime attacks with the deployment of destroyers and surveillance aircraft. Let's get into the details. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. MV Chem Pluto, the Liberian-flagged chemical oil tanker, carrying 21 Indian and 1 Vietnamese crew, was attacked on December 23rd. It reached Mumbai and anchored safely at outer Anchorage at around 3:30 p.m. on Monday, local time. On her arrival, the Indian Navy's Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team carried out a detailed inspection of the merchant vessel to make a preliminary assessment of the type and nature of the attack. As per reports, the vessel had crude oil and was going towards Mangalore from a port in Saudi Arabia. An Indian Navy spokesperson ruled out the possibility of a missile hit and said, "Analysis of the area of attack and debris found on the ship points towards a drone attack. However, further forensic and technical analysis will be required to establish the vector of attack, including type and amount of explosive used." Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said the Indian government has taken the attacks on MV Chem Pluto and MV Sai Baba very seriously. He said, "Whoever has carried out the attacks, we will hunt them down even from the depths of the sea and take strict action against them." He added, "India's growing economic and strategic power has filled some forces with jealousy and hatred." Singh said India plays a role of a net security provider in the entire Indian Ocean region. "We will ensure the maritime trade in this region touches greater heights. For this, together with our friendly countries, we will keep the sea lanes secure. We have full confidence in the ability and strength of our Navy." An Indian Navy statement said, "Considering the recent spate of attacks in the Arabian Sea, Indian Navy has deployed guided missile destroyers, namely INS Mormugao, INS Kochi, and INS Kolkata, in various areas to maintain a deterrent presence." It was also reported that P-8I Poseidon will also be pressed into action. INS Kochi and INS Kolkata are Project 15A Kolkata-class destroyers. INS Mormugao is a Project 15B Visakhapatnam-class destroyer, which is an upgrade of Project 15A. These destroyers displace about 7,500 tons when fully loaded, have speeds over 55 kilometers per hour or 35 miles per hour, and have a range of about 15,000 kilometers or 9,320 miles. The warships feature the Israeli IAI MF Star S-band Active Electronically Scanned Array AESA radar for tracking both air and surface targets. The MF Star is capable of detecting large aerial targets at distances of greater than 300 kilometers or 185 miles, and sea-skimming cruise missiles at ranges of greater than 25 kilometers or 15 miles. The warships can intercept aerial threats using Barak 8 SAM, which has been jointly developed by India and Israel. This 90-kilometer or 56 miles range missile is designed from the start to intercept supersonic cruise missiles that travel a few meters above the water, which makes it perfect for air defense. The destroyers also have 4 AK-630 6-barreled 30mm Gatling guns as CIWS, close-in weapon system, and an OTO Melara 76mm as the main gun. The primary ASW, or anti-submarine weapon, is its 2 twin 533mm torpedo tubes, which can fire long-range, heavyweight torpedoes with a range of up to 40 kilometers or 25 miles. The RBU-6000 rocket launching system complements it. Beyond the horizon, ASW helicopters also provide ASW capability, 2 of which can be carried. The main anti-surface weapon of the destroyers is a battery of 16 vertically launched BrahMos supersonic long-range anti-ship and land attack missiles. This is one of the deadliest missile armaments of contemporary warships. The missile maintains a speed of Mach 2 to 3 throughout its flight, which makes it extremely difficult for even modern defense systems to shoot it down. The ER variant can strike at a range of 500 kilometers or 310 miles. There is a plan to increase the load with 8 additional cells. The Boeing P-8 is a long-range, multi-mission maritime patrol aircraft that's capable of conducting anti-submarine warfare (ASW), anti-surface warfare, search and rescue, and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions. P-8 is equipped with AN/APY-10 radar, which is installed on the enlarged nose fairing. The AN/APY-10 radar provides the synthetic aperture radar (SAR) mode capability for imaging, detection, classification, and identification of stationary ships and small vessels, and for coastal and overland surveillance, as well as the high-resolution imaging synthetic aperture radar (ISAR) mode for imaging, detection, classification, and tracking of surfaced submarines and small, fast-moving vessels that operate in coastal waters. It's also able to drop and monitor sonobuoys that are expendable sonar systems. It has 11 hardpoints, 5 internal and 6 external. These can be equipped with a variety of conventional weapons for anti-surface and anti-submarine operations. The version of the P-8 used by the U.S. Navy and other forces is designated as the P-8A, whereas the ones used by India is designated as P-8I. P-8I has 2 components added on request from India: a Telephonics APS-143 Ocean Eye aft radar and a magnetic anomaly detector (MAD). A total of 20 countries have agreed to take part in the multinational naval security coalition, according to the Pentagon earlier this week, and some of those participants don't want to be named. While the attack on MV Chem Pluto didn't take place inside India's EEZ, Exclusive Economic Zone, it's too close to be overlooked. This is why the Indian government has sprung into action. India is not new to this kind of operation. Indian forces have repelled pirates' attempts on the high sea on many occasions. Indian Navy assets have strong monitoring capabilities and potent firepower. So, if required, they can take on any aggressor. Given the fact that drone and missile attacks on shipping moving through the Red Sea, the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, and the Gulf of Aden have impacted global commercial shipping, the presence of the Indian military assets will be good in this situation.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.